All right, welcome back to the show once again. That was John Denver with Annie's Song and Fleetwood Mac with the Stevie Nicks-led Rhiannon, which Nicks always introduced the song in concert by saying, "This is a song about a Welsh witch." Denver's Annie's Song also was his second number one hit, the first one being Sunshine on My Shoulders. The album that it comes from was called Back Home Again, which also featured hits like the title song, Back Home Again, Sweet Surrender, and the original studio version of Thank God I'm a Country Boy, which later found success on a live version appeared on the LP An Evening with John Denver the following year in 1975. On the other hand, Rhiannon was one of the first Stevie Nicks songs that she ever recorded with Fleetwood Mac, having written and performed the song live before she was even a member of the band, with her then boyfriend Lindsey Buckingham. Lindsey himself would later go on to say to Mick Fleetwood, Lindsey himself would later go on to say to drummer Mick Fleetwood, who was interested in having Buckingham join the band, that he would only join Fleetwood Mac if Stevie, his girlfriend, was allowed to join as well. I guess you could say that things worked out for them. Or did they? Earlier this year, Fleetwood Mac was once again in the midst of preparing for an upcoming national tour when Lindsey Buckingham was suddenly fired from the band due to infighting. So when you see Fleetwood Mac live this fall, Lindsey on guitar will now be replaced by two other guitarists, Neil Finn, who was a member of the band Crowded House, and Mike Campbell, who, if you know that name, you might remember him as one of the writers and guitar players for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Funny enough, this also isn't the first time that this has happened to Lindsey. In 1987, when the band released their album Tango in the Night, Lindsey had a breakdown and refused to go out on the road with the band, forcing Fleetwood Mac to fire him and then replace him with two other guitarists named Billy Burnett and Rick Vito. It's funny to see how history repeats itself sometimes. And speaking of history, we're now going to take you back to the summer of love. I'm going to paint you a little picture here. It's 1967. Your hair is long, the atmosphere is hazy, and you just finished listening to the first side of the new LP by Cream, Disraeli Gears. And now we take you to the second side of that with this Eric Clapton tune that opened up side 2.